So it's really it's an extraction shooter. And there's 4 teams of 4, and they're all trying to get 3 fragments. You get those 3 fragments, you unlock the core. You get the core, you take it to your dropship, and you extract off the planet, right? You win the match.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's easier said than done. Because you've got these other teams that are trying to do the exact same thing, and you've got all these monsters that are also out there that you've got to deal with as well. So it's a really interesting mix, right? And what we try to do is we try to say that there's like PvP bookends, right? And what I mean by that is at the beginning of the match, there's sort of a higher chance of PvP, right? Because you may land next to another team, and then you can mix it up right away. But then usually what happens is, if that doesn't happen right away, then the teams settle into sort of more of a PvE type contest, right? Where you're fighting against creatures, you're gathering materials that you need to get your better weapons and gear. And then you're progressing along, picking up the fragments. And at the end of the match, that's the other PvP bookend. You're almost guaranteed that you're going to run into another enemy team. Because what we do is that as the match progresses, those quest objects, there's limited numbers of them, right? Mm-hmm. So the core, there's only one of, right? So that's what everybody is fighting over, essentially. So you're almost guaranteed to have that big PvP crescendo at the end, where everybody's going for the core. People are stealing it from each other's dropships and try to take it to their own. And the monsters, of course, are there to just throw in some crazy variables into the mix.
The monsters are pretty cool. On your trailer.
Yeah. Well, we've got a number of them, and we can talk about some of those. I don't know, Dan. What's your favorite one?
Ravager is what it's like. It eats people.
It eats people.
Yeah. Well, the goal of the game too is to kind of stay with your team. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of our creatures are built to pull the team apart.
Oh.
And so the Ravager will eat you and take you away to somewhere else, and then your teammate your team's doing something, and then they have to stop what they're doing and go save you, and then it screws everything up, and you have to kind of regroup and get back together.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds.
And
really
it looks
cool.
terrifying.
So can I get your names too? Because Gareth.
I'm Dan Rubel. I'm the studio animation director.
Okay.
I'm Mike Clapper, I'm the studio design director.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, Dan animates all of our creatures, all of our characters, and all of our weapons. Everything that's an animation is this guy right here.
Is this guy right? How did you guys get into this? Have you always wanted to do like video games, or was this something that you started doing animation and then just went, I really like doing this?
I went to Ringling College and studied animation there.
Oh, okay.
But I think I just kind of fell into video games in a way. Uh-huh. It just sort of happened, but I mean, it's been 20-something years now.
Yeah.
So, fortuitous.
Yes, exactly.
It happened, and I'm glad it did happen because it's an amazing experience.
Cool. So tell me more about those creatures.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I think Dan mentioned the Ravager, which is basically my favorite as well. And what our creatures are basically designed around are people's primal fears as well.
Oh,
right? So
okay.
we're thinking about these creatures like, well, what's the worst way you can go? Well, something you can eat you, right? Completely.
Right.
That's the Ravager, right? We also got another apex predator called the Porcupine. He shoots quills that actually land and will impale you and stick you to the ground.
Oh, wow.
Those then explode, and then you're getting damage from them as well in this area of effect, right? That's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Right? Then we've got the Parasite, which is similar to the facehugger alien, and he will come out and literally attach itself to your head. And he takes over your controls a bit, and your character's having trouble maneuvering around. And again, we're trying to use these things to isolate the teammates from each other, right? Because that's the push-pull that Dan mentioned. So these creatures kind of pull you away, right?
Oh, wow.
And then finally we have the Horde, which is basically a bunch of smaller monsters that are called snappers. And those are based upon like just the fear of 1,000 cuts, right? These guys just kind of
Zombies
tear you
in a way.
Yeah,
Oh,
zombie, right?
gotcha.
Hordes of things.
Exactly,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Just tearing you apart,
Wow.
So, again, we sort of thought of these things and we're like, what is truly horrific and scary? Right?
You put it all into one.
Exactly. We started to base these, these creatures upon each of these things. And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with the designs, obviously. We have a lot of fun playtesting as well. And, that's a big part of our process.
That's cool. Is it in beta right now or is it out?
So we are pre-alpha, which means
Okay.
that we've just got our core loop solidified.
Okay.
We have a playable build. It's our second playable build. And what we're going to be doing is going into pre-alpha. Well, we're in pre-alpha, sorry. What we're going to go do is early access, and we're going to start that this summer.
Oh, fun.
So we've got a build that's a good candidate. We just actually showed it off at Comic-Con the past 2 days. We've been having people play it
Oh, fun.
for like 10 hours straight, was it?
A lot of hours.
A lot of hours, huh?
We're a little late.
yeah.
Exactly, 10 hours straight.
Yesterday was playing 10 hours.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. so-
Wow.
And just constant people playing it.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah. And that's been one of the themes that we also wanted to keep in mind was we wanted it to be as fun to watch as it is to play.
Right.
And a lot of the creatures come into that, play into that, right? Watching somebody get eaten by a Ravager it never gets old. You know what I mean?
it always elicits like.
Yeah, exactly.
The person that it's happening to and the people watching that person, right?
Right, right.
The porcupines, when they attack, you always feel some, you always feel sorry for this person. You can see they're like, oh no, we've got to address this, this threat.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very different sort of combat puzzle from the Ravager, right?
Right.
So, yeah, we have a lot of fun watching and watching people play and watching them enjoy the game.
So, what did you get good response? Did people really get into the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm one of those that I'm not very good at playing video games. I can't even play Mario Karts without crashing my car.
Oh,
So,
sure.
so I like to watch. I mean, I really do.
That's true. And I mean, people were having as much fun watching it as playing. So,
Oh,
and
cool.
we had people that never played a first-person shooter before, and they were getting into it. So,
Yeah.
it's not like it's not inaccessible. The barrier to entry is not.
Oh,
super
good.
high for it.
What do you think the age group that you will be targeting is going to be? Does it really matter when it comes to video games?
Well, I mean, I think probably we're more teen and up,
I mean,
because some of our, we do have monsters, right?
Yeah.
Some of them could be scary, younger kids. So we're definitely not like Fortnite age range.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
We're over and above
I
that.
guess Fortnite has guns.
Well,
But this one is impaling people onto the ground.
Things about being eaten alive and impaled. Those are some more mature type things.
Yes,
we want to,
exactly.
reserve for older players, I'm sure.
That's cool. So, what else do you want to tell me about the game?
What else do we want to tell you about the game? Well, I think one of the cool
tell you about
things
the
is
team,
that,
too.
we started this game. What's been great is, Gala basically saw the game, saw us, working on it, and decided, hey, we want to sponsor these guys basically to make this game in UE5.
Mm-hmm.
And we started that last year, and there was only a small team of us, maybe 6.
Oh, wow.
So we were basically building, we're building our team and building the game as well. So what's been a lot of fun is that a lot of just my favorite people to work with, we've been able to recruit and bring on board. And we've all worked with each other before. We all work really well creatively together. It's a really important thing when you're making something like this.
Yeah.
And that type of cohesion is incredibly valuable. And I think what it really translates into, we have a lot of fun making this game, and I really believe that when you have fun making it, that translates into the product, right? And
True.
so this is a game that just is super fun to play. It's fun to watch. It's fun to make, and we've just really been enjoying that.
That's great. It sounds like I said, I watched the trailers and I did some of the research on it. And yeah, it looks really fun. And I'm not a gamer, and it would be something that I would be willing to go in and check out.
Yeah.
And I told my sons, you guys got to check this game out.
It's not even done yet.
It's
And
not even
very-
done yet,
yeah, and I'll
exactly.
say this, we're pre-alpha, so it's very early days.
Yeah.
We don't even have any of the really final art in there.
Wow.
So it's only going to look better.
Yeah.
With UE5, just some of the tools that procedurally generated content is coming online with 5.2. We're really excited to see where we can take this.
Unreal
Exactly.
Engine.
Yeah, this is UE5. When I say that, it's Unreal Engine 5.
Wow. When do you expect it to be ready for the public?
Well, like I said, we have early access, and that's going to be coming up this summer.
Okay.
what that really is we want to start to develop our community, right? We want to find our people.
Oh,
And
okay.
get the people, get folks in early, and really have them kind of help us make and shape the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're looking to go into, say, alpha, and say maybe like late 2020, like in 2024.
Oh, okay. So soon,
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So how would people be able to help you in the early process?
Well, one of the things that we always really pride ourselves on is playtesting.
Okay.
And we want to make this game as accessible and fun, to as many people as possible. That's the name of the game, multiplayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to expand your audience, right?
Right.
So what really helps is just having people with fresh eyes, come play test the build and give us feedback on that build. What do they like? What do they dislike? What is frustrating them? What doesn't meet their expectations? What exceeds their expectations? All of these things are incredibly valuable to us as a design team because we can, we test with a large group of people, but the general public is just so much larger.
Yeah.
And so they just bring so many more and different perspectives.
Fresh eyes.
And yeah, those fresh eyes are incredibly important to us. And so, having people coming in as part of that early access, gives us the opportunity to put this in front of new folks every time. And that's invaluable to us.
Yeah, it's true. So would they go like to the website or they handpicked? How do you?
I think go to.
I'm thinking if any of our readers would want to be involved in this, how would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have on Gala.com, there's a store there, and early access will be available there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, they're already up right now.
It's,
You can purchase
yeah,
basically a token that gives you access to our early build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and it's relatively the grand scheme of things is inexpensive, but it gives you access to all of our builds. So so you can be in the process, or you wait until the end and then
You wait.
play it when it comes out.
It's more fun to do the beginning.
That's true. Yeah, you can't wait.
Exactly. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
This sounds like a good thing. I wish you guys luck on it, and I think it's going to be fine. I mean, like I said last night, I was talking to my son, and he's like, "This looks really cool, Mom." So now I'm like,
here?
"No, he's back in Phoenix. He had to work."
I was going to say.
He's like, "That's not fair. You got to go to Comic-Con."
We're playing this game right now.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll just let him know, hey, check it out, do what you need to do. And he likes the is it first person?
Yep.
Yeah, he
First
likes
person.
those.
Yeah.
And it's only going to go up as far in terms of like
Graphical quality and just
that, but and also just us, releasing movies and
Right.
just information,
Right, exactly.
content that shows off the game as it gets more developed.
yeah,
Perfect.
We've been pretty, been almost not dark, but we've been pretty low key, right?
Yeah.
While we kind of hammer it out, build the
Yeah,
team.
right.
Build, get the core loop solidified.
Right.
And now, we've got something we're really excited to show. people.
Excited about.
Yeah,
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 that's
start
exciting. And it's your brainchild, it's your baby, so
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's like one of the most satisfying things is to be able to like share what's in my imagination with other people
right.
and have them like it too.
Right. Right, exactly.
Everybody on the dev team wanting to play it, like when it's like, okay guys, I've worked on games where it's just like, all right, let's go play. And it's like, oh, okay. No, I'm gonna work.
Now I'm gonna work.
No, we're gonna go play.
Yeah, we don't have that
yeah.
problem with this game.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it's about as fun to make as it is to, is to play, and we've been really gently.
Perfect. Well, good. Well, thank you. Do you want anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to add?
As soon as you leave, I'll think of it.
You will, exactly.
As soon as exactly.
That's okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, you guys.
thank
This
you.
was great talking to you.
Thank you.